102.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today met the girl that he wants to call at every horny bachelor's favorite hunting ground. A wedding. That's right.
Not what I thought you were going to say.
Where they love to go troll for ladies. His name is Ryan. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, you horny bachelor?
Guilty as charged.
Oh my God. I love how all your dudes are on the same page on this one, and I'm just learning this.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that the best place to meet a girl is definitely at a wedding.
Yeah. So tell us about the girl that you want to call today, and when did you pounce during the wedding?
Well, her name is Rose. We were both in the party, so she was one of the bridesmaids. I was a groomsman. She caught my eye, so, we walked down the aisle together, so we had a lot of time to chit-chat.
Oh, was she actually the person that you were paired up with?
It was, yeah. So we were
man.
we had to stand there waiting and all that.
That's
Good
like
for you.
destiny.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the reason why is because we were the only two single people, so they put us together.
Oh. So
That
it
makes
was,
sense.
it was less fate and them
Yeah.
being like, well, you two losers don't have anybody. You can walk down the aisle together.
Yeah, so we had a few drinks at the reception. Everybody was getting loose. Everybody was dancing. I was joking around, and, I thought she was cute. I was going to ask her out, so it was a wedding. I decided to get down on one knee. And,
Nice.
No, you didn't. In the middle of the reception?
yeah, I mean, it was a good time. Everybody was joking around, so I got down on one knee, and I proposed a date to her. And
Did she cry?
She didn't cry. I could tell she was a little embarrassed by it, and she's like, "Get up, you idiot!" Like, she's got a really cool, dry sense of humor, really sarcastic, which I find that attractive.
And I'm assuming she said yes since you're doing a second date update now.
Yeah, she said yes, so I was stoked about it. It seemed like a good match.
Awesome. What'd you guys do on your date?
We went out to a sushi spot that I really like, and it was great. I guess the only one thing that I'm going back and I'm thinking, like, what did I do? Did I say something stupid? And there was a part where I don't know how we landed on this topic of conversation, but we started talking about underwear, and I basically just told her, I was like, I personally don't believe in underwear. I just...
Whoa.
You don't
Wait.
you don't believe in it, like you don't think that it's an actual thing? Because I can tell you it exists.
No, I know it's an actual thing. I got that, but I just think it's unnecessary. I think it's the most uncomfortable thing that man has invented.
Okay.
It's just
Wow.
no need. Why
Yeah.
do you have to wear underwear?
So you're
Who
pretty
knew that underwear was a belief system? I didn't know that until
like a
now.
religion.
Yeah.
you're pretty passionate about going commando, it sounds like.
I just don't feel the need to wear underwear. Why am I going to restrict myself? It's not like I'm wearing see-through pants or something. Like, what's the big deal?
Okay.
So did she take that as like you trying to imply like, hey, lady, take your panties off?
That's what I'm sort of wondering and I'm worried about, which is not at all what I was saying. I wasn't trying to be creepy, but now looking back on it, I'm like, I don't know if you thought I was like making a comment on my manhood or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I could see how that could look like you're whispering across the table, like, I'm not wearing any. Just giving her a tip on what's going on.
Give her a wink.
Yeah. I could see how that could be a little weird. Did she act strange after that?
There was like probably a couple minutes of just sort of awkward, like, okay, now I got to get the conversation back on track. But after that, everything seemed to be cool. That was like 3/4 of the way through the date. So I would say the last quarter was like smooth sailing.
Okay. How did it all end?
Well, I walked her out to her car. Again, I wanted to be a gentleman, and I felt like the vibe was go in for a kiss, and I did, and she sort of backed away. And then she apologized. She said, "I'm so sorry. I feel like my breath smells," because we were eating fish. So she obviously sushi. So she was like, "I feel like my breath smells like fish, and I don't feel comfortable kissing you with my breath smelling like this." I said, "Oh, I don't mind," because obviously I had sushi too. And she was like, "No, I'm not into that. I'm sorry."
Do you feel like
I think
she
it's an
legit
excuse.
thought her breath smelled like fish, or you feel like it was an excuse?
I'd like to think that it was legit, but now without hearing from her, I'm like, maybe that was an excuse.
Yeah, because if you're both eating the same thing, it doesn't matter.
That's what I think. Like, I've had onions before, and I've been out on dates with girls who've had onions or garlic or whatever. Like, it's always that sort of thing. It's like, it doesn't really matter,
So have you tried to get a hold of her?
Yeah, I dropped her a text later that night, and I said it was really great hanging out with you. Let's do it again. And I didn't hear from her that night. Like, the next day, the middle of the afternoon, she was like, "Yeah, that was a lot of fun." But then, like, I sent her another text trying to set something up, and I got sort of like a non-committal response, like, yeah, maybe so, hit me up later in the week.
And did you hit her up after that?
I did, and then I didn't hear anything. So,
And you sound like such a lovely date from your description.
Well, except for the underwear thing. Sounds like a good date.
See, I don't know. I don't think that's too bad of a, like, that's not a put off to me.
That's a little
But I
weird.
dated a guy who went commando all the time, and I kind of, like, had a thing for it. I don't know.
Brooke.
I mean, maybe you and I should go out, Brooke. Maybe that's
No, that's not what I'm saying.
All right, man. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and I'm going to support you on this one 100%. During the song, I'm going to go take my underwear off and do this commando with you. All right? We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Ryan is on the phone with us. And Ryan, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
And hopefully this isn't going to come off as creepy as it did on your date, but are you wearing underwear?
Oh.
He finally
I'm
got
waiting
uncomfortable about
for
it.
the answer,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I mean, I told you who I am. You know who I am.
You know the answer.
I think the answer is no. Like I said, if you're just joining us, Ryan told us about his first date with a girl named Rose. He said the only thing that went weird was somehow they got on the subject of underwear, and Ryan says that he doesn't believe in underwear and shared that with her on a first date. He thinks that might have come off a little creepy to be focusing on his hatred for underwear during the date. But other than that, he says everything seemed fine. She's not calling him back, though, and it's been a little while. So we're about to get her on the phone and see what went wrong.
And you guys met when you were in a wedding party for mutual friends. Did you find out from the newlyweds if, she had said anything to them about how your guys' date went?
I mean, I asked, but they said no, she hasn't mentioned anything. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out. It's just confusing because she seemed to have a good time. I had a good time. So
All right, I'm going to call her right now, okay?
cool.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Rose there?
Yeah, speaking.
Hey, Rose, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
Is there a reason why you're calling me?
There is. We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
Okay, an email about me?
Mm-hmm. It's a guy you went out on a date with.
Really?
Yeah. His name is Ryan, and I'm sure you remember Ryan. He says you guys met at a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he emailed us and told us a little bit about your date, but he also told us that you're not calling him back. So he asked if we could find out why you don't want to see him.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
He sounded really excited about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Did you not like going out with him?
I mean, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere.
And why is that? Can you tell us?
Oh my God, this is kind of awkward.
I can tell you what he told us.
Okay.
So he said that you guys met at the wedding and had fun and then went to go get sushi.
Yeah.
He said there was one awkward moment during your date, and he thinks that might be the reason you're not calling him back.
Did he tell you what that was?
Yeah. He said that he went into a little thing about how he doesn't believe in underwear and how he doesn't like underwear and it's constricting and all that. And
Yep.
he says he thought that might have weirded you out.
Yep. Yeah, that happened. I mean, that was a lot of information on a first date.
Was that the pivot point that turned you off from him?
Well, he didn't even really need to tell me that part.
What?
About the underwear?
Yeah. He was wearing shorts. And I noticed at one point when I got up to go to the bathroom that he may have been revealing a little too much in the shorts.
Wait, what do you mean? Be specific. I need specific.
I think I know.
Yeah, I think I do
I think you guys know.
too. Like, he was kind of hanging out for the world to see.
Flashing a little.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure, but then he started talking about how he doesn't believe in underwear, and I thought, no, I was 100% right, I guess.
I can tell.
Yeah.
But
All right, so maybe he should have been wearing underwear.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
so wait, do you think it was an accident, or was he like putting it on display for you?
Oh God. I don't know.
Hope it
I
was
mean,
an accident.
I hope it was an accident too. It was just a lot of information at once.
A
So
lot of information. You should have reached across the table and tucked it back in for him.
oh God.
I mean, is that if you guys were wearing shorts, would that be an easy mistake to make?
If you sit down, you never know. I mean, yeah, like I feel like the shorts must have been pretty
You
small.
must have not adjusted.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to hear this.
Do you think it was an accident?
I don't know, but to be honest, I don't really care. I don't know if I want to know.
I don't feel like that's fair. I mean, if you had a nip slip and nobody told you about it, like it's not something that you should get blamed for.
But it's different. I mean, what if I was doing it on purpose and I didn't care and it was just out there?
Yeah.
I know how we can find out if he knew that he was sort of dangling about.
Like I said before, I really don't care at this point.
Well, I think Ryan cares, and he's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean that Ryan's been listening to this conversation, and he wants to talk to you.
What?
All right,
Oh.
in my defense, I had absolutely no idea that I was exposing myself to you.
You flasher, you.
Honestly, I'm being absolutely sincere here. Like, I apologize. That is not at all. I wasn't trying to do like a 1-2 punch of, hey, maybe look at this, and oh, I don't like underwear. Like, I swear to you, I had no idea that I was hanging out.
Okay.
No, I'm
mean-
being serious. It sounds like I'm joking, but I'm absolutely dead serious. I did not know that it was happening, nor would I have, done anything like that. So if I made you feel uncomfortable, I sincerely apologize.
I'm just wondering, why you brought it up at that point then. It's a strange thing to bring up on a first date.
It is, but the conversation sort of went there, and I wasn't trying to necessarily steer it there. And then it was like, we sort of landed on that topic. And
Yeah,
the
you
fact
did.
that you saw that right beforehand is absolutely a coincidence. It's an unfortunate coincidence.
Unfortunate coincidence.
Did you not feel a breeze or anything?
It's not like I was engineering the date to be all about my junk. You seeing it, me talking about it, like,
Once she's
sincerely.
But you feel like if you're a guy who goes commando, you think you'd be super careful in shorts if that's a likelihood of happening.
Exactly.
I'm usually careful, but maybe I had a napkin in my lap, so maybe I thought, like, if anything was popping out, like, I don't know, like, that's
Oh, God.
never told me about this before. So if I have been exposing myself inadvertently, I feel terrible about that.
Yeah. Now you have something to be aware of.
I mean, if I've gone home for the holidays or something, I'm sitting here, like, with my junk hanging out, I didn't know it, so...
Well, now you know.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
I mean, look, again, I cannot apologize profusely enough. I mean, I had a great time with you, and I hope that, I mean, you seem to have you do have a really great sense of humor, and I hope maybe you can just sort of understand that this was absolutely inadvertent and not in any way some sort of pervy, sleazy thing that I was trying to pull on you. So I would love to take you out again, and I will promise to wear underwear on our next date.
That was so hard for him, Rose.
Rose,
Do you know what he's doing for you right now?
would you like to go out with Ryan on a second date? We will pay for it, and we'll pay for his underwear, too, if you give him one more shot.
Oh.
At this point, I mean, it's a very heartfelt message, but I'm skeptical. I don't know.
Come on, Rose. You guys were in the same wedding for two of your best friends. Like, do you think that your friend's going to be marrying some sleazeball who would have a friend who would expose himself? Like, there's got to be some trust circle there, right?
Well,
Yeah, I have
mean,
references. If you need references, I have references.
That's a good point. I don't know. It's just, is underwear never an option, or it's a lot?
I will say this. If I'm wearing shorts, it's something that in the future I will definitely take into consideration and wear, I just need to suck it up and put on some boxer briefs or
Yeah,
something.
dude,
You know?
if you get
Yeah.
arrested.
Just be uncomfortable for a little while. It's just a couple hours, you know?
Before you get
That's
arrested.
terribly uncomfortable to me. But yeah, I mean, I would do that.
Rose, what do you think? One more shot?
Come on.
One day.
If underwear is provided, I will go on a second date with you.
Yay!
Hey, there you go. Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you. I mean, Rose, that's awesome. And I think I have a pair of underwear somewhere around my house that I can scrounge up.
God.
All right, well,
Watch them.
I mean, and I promise you, like, if I do not have them, I will buy them. I'll buy a 3-pack. So, I mean, there we go.
if you don't have a pair, Ryan, I'll send you a pair of mine. We can share.
Oh, lovely.
Okay?
Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
It's just me, myself, and
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Every time we do a second date update, and I started off by saying, this is the craziest place I've ever heard of two people meeting, I always think that's going to be the last time that I say that.
Yeah.
And then I get emails like we got for today's second date update, and I have to say it again. This is the craziest place anybody has ever met.
I really actually believe you on that one. You sound very adamant.
The girl that wants to call the guy for a second date update today, her name is Sarah, says that she met him at a crime scene.
What?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
What's up, Sarah?
Hi.
Congratulations.
Oh,
You
no.
officially have the title of the weirdest place of meeting anybody for a date ever. How did that happen?
Okay, so this was about a week ago, and I was at a convenience store. I was just picking up some stuff from my apartment, and I'm in one of the aisles, and I turn around, and I see this guy at the counter with a gun facing it at the shop owner.
Please don't continue by saying that you thought he was really cute and you got his number.
That would be amazing.
Not exactly.
Okay.
I think that'd be amazing, though.
Ooh, a bad boy.
Dude, some women are into it, man. I can see it happening.
Anything can be attractive with a gun, but not exactly him.
Okay. That's frightening.
It was, because I've never been in a situation like that, so it kind of rattled my nerves, and I started to shake a little bit, and
I feel like even people who have been in a situation like that, it would still rattle their nerves to be in the middle of a convenience store robbery.
Don't worry, guys. I've done this 4 times. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, not again.
so I started to shake a little bit, and I didn't know what was going on, and it seemed forever, but the guy with the gun got spooked and ran out. So no harm, no foul. It was just the fact of seeing that happen scared me.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
No
mean,
harm, no foul.
I'm still going with harm and foul on
Yeah.
that one. I don't know about you.
Except for the nightmares that I have to suffer from almost.
Except for the post-traumatic stress, I'm
Right,
fine.
yeah, okay. So the place didn't get robbed, but a
No,
guy tried to rob it, and that's how you met the dude that you want to call. What's his name, by the way?
His name is Rusty.
Okay, and how did you guys actually meet?
How that happened was, of course, the shop owner called the police,
Yeah.
and Rusty happened to be in the store and witnessed it as well. The police came, they tried to take our statements, and we started, telling them what we had seen happen. And once the police was gone, I was still shaking a little
Yeah.
bit. And
Yeah.
so Rusty looked at me, and for me, it's so sexy when a guy can make you laugh, even in a very difficult situation.
He told you
no.
a joke?
He told me a joke, and that was what broke the ice. And it was for the life of me, I can't remember it. It must be the dumbest joke in the world, but I
Yeah.
started giggling like a little child.
All right. So
Okay.
he was able to be funny in a very stressful time.
Exactly. And it's nothing like a little laughter through tears. So I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And he had these really nice blue eyes, and I thought, wow, this guy's kind of cute. And I think he started feeling the vibe from me, and I started feeling a vibe from him. And he's like, you know what? There's a bar down the street. Want to go catch a drink? I was like, how about 5?
Oh my
Because I
God.
could use them right now.
They say that, like, if you have a near-death experience with somebody, you're, like, instantly bonded with them, and it's actually, like, a great way to meet people. That's why they
Really?
encourage you to do, like, crazy stuff on dates, like skydive and
I
stuff.
didn't know that.
Wow, well, I guess that's what worked for me because instantly there was sparks that flew.
All right.
Okay.
And so how was having drinks? Did you guys just go down the street and have beers?
Well, I had a little bit more than just a beer, but we did. We went to the bar, hung out, and next thing we know, we're back in his place.
Shut up! This guy's
all
in a
right.
convenience store that gets robbed, and now he has a girl back at his place?
He has the best story ever.
Yeah.
It was crazy how it happened.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like that before, so let's just say one thing led to another, and there you go.
Okay.
So did you stay? Wait, did you stay the night? Did you wake up in the morning? What was it like?
Yeah, I kind of stayed the night.
Yeah.
Get it, girl.
And how was the interaction with this dude the next day?
He asked me if I'd like to have a cup of coffee, and I said no, I have to get to work. I just gave him my number. I said, give me a call. I winked at him and gave him a kiss on the cheek, and I left.
Whoa, the wink. Aren't you, little sly fox?
He's like, I just witnessed a robbery yesterday, but that wink was the weirdest thing that happened. I wish you wouldn't have winked at me. So, has he tried to contact you at all since that night?
No, and I don't know why. I haven't heard from him. I, kind of wanted to play hard to get, so I haven't texted him or called him. But no, I haven't heard from him.
Did you expect more? Because it sounds almost like just this crazy story and a one-night adventure, I guess, for lack of a better word.
I kind of expected more. I mean, we really hit it off, and, we had a good night. Why not?
Well, we'll play a song, come back, see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thanks.
Yep, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
We're running a little short on time, so I don't have a bunch of time to recap exactly what happened. Sarah is on the phone. She wants to call a guy named Rusty. This is what happened when they met. She was at a convenience store just doing some shopping, and then in comes a robber trying to stick up the place. Oops, he drops his gun, picks it back up, he's fiddling with it, tosses it from one hand to the other, and then realizes he can't get the money, so he runs out of the convenience store, and then the police show up. By the way, everything is in really fast motion at this point. The police show up, they're searching around for clues, they can't find any clues, and so they grab Sarah, and they bring Sarah outside to make a statement, and then they talk to another guy named Rusty, who was at the same convenience store to make a statement, and they're standing there waiting for the police to do their thing. They're talking back and forth, laughing and giggling and everything else, and then they go down the bar and hang out and have some drinks, and then end up back at his place, and they hook up, and then she never hears from him again.
The only shocking part is no one slipped on a banana peel.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh, no,
pine
that happened somewhere in there,
Oh,
I'm sure.
okay.
Yeah, I think I just missed it.
so fast.
Pretty accurate, Sarah?
Yep, pretty accurate.
So,
With the music and everything.
yeah,
Totally.
that's how I picture that robbery being for some reason. Sarah is on the phone. She met the dude that she wants to call today at a robbery. That whole story is true. They ended up hooking up, and she hasn't heard from him since that day. So we're going to try to get him on the phone right now and find out what went wrong.
How are you going to feel if he just thought of your guys' night as a one-night stand?
I have to be honest, I'll be a little hurt because I thought there was more there.
Yeah. You know what you should
Don't they
do?
always?
If that's the case, you go right over to his house, you bust in the door with a big rubber mallet, and you hit him over the head with that thing repeatedly. We'll get him somehow. All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Rusty.
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Rusty. How are you, man?
Fine. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, okay. Who's that?
That is me, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And we're calling people who were recently in a convenience store robbery to ask them some questions.
That's actually true.
Oh,
You were just in a convenience store robbery, right?
I mean, yeah. How do you know that?
Oh, I know that because we talked to a girl named Sarah who was at the same convenience store robbery, and she mentioned your name.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Sarah wanted us to call you because she told us all about the robbery and how you guys met when you were giving your police statement and how you went to the bar and then went back to your place and had a really fun night.
Okay, this is weird.
Yes.
Why did she tell you all that information?
A
Well,
lot of information.
she's wondering why you haven't called her since then.
I figured you guys just had one crazy, dangerous night and that you wanted nothing else from her.
No, I mean, it's more than that, but I don't want to talk about it.
Do you like her? Did you like her?
Yeah, she was awesome. It was a wonderful time.
So wait, I mean, when you guys were hanging out, you didn't think that that would be the last time you saw her?
No, I don't think it's going to be the last time that we hang out.
Okay, but you're not calling her. I don't know you very well, Rusty, but I can tell you this. Usually if you want to see somebody, you have to kind of like contact them.
Yeah.
I know, and I will. It's just, I got some stuff I got to take care of first, and then I'm going to call her.
Can you tell us what you have to take care of?
I don't know you guys very well.
What do you mean you don't know us very well, dude? We've been on the phone for like 2 minutes. I feel like you're my best friend, Rusty. Look, man, she's really confused. She liked you a lot. She thought you were really funny. And also the other things that you did, she liked too. And so it would help if we could at least tell her why you're not calling her back.
I don't want her to know why
Are you-
I'm not calling her back.
Are you in a relationship?
Really?
I mean, I could see like you get caught up in the moment, adrenaline's going.
Look, if I tell you guys what's going on, do you promise not to tell her?
Sure.
It's just important. I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to go through with this, but I don't want her to know why yet.
Okay. It's your responsibility to tell her then.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship, and
What?
I'm going to break up with her, this girl that I'm dating. I'm going to break it. Things weren't good in the first place, and with everything that happened at the robbery, the adrenaline started going. It was one of the crazy experiences I've ever had, and everything kind of got overwhelming, and stuff with Sarah kicked off, and it was great, and I really like her. And I want to do the right thing and not see her until the relationship I'm in is over.
So
Whoa.
You have a
What?
girlfriend? Did you think in the hours that we spent together that maybe you could have shared that with me?
Hey, Rusty, that's Sarah. She was on the phone listening. Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Sorry.
I told you I wouldn't tell her, Rusty.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me she was listening.
I'm bad with details. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me, Rusty? We spent how many hours at that bar? Did you even bother to tell me that you're somebody else?
I had no idea that you were on the phone.
Does that matter?
Yeah, because if you weren't listening, then you wouldn't have known about the mistake I made of sleeping with you while I was in a relationship.
I was a mistake? Are you kidding me right now?
You weren't the mistake. The mistake I made was sleeping with you.
That sounds even worse. What the hell?
Oh.
No, that's not what I mean.
Really, Rusty? What do you mean?
What I mean was that whole day, everything that happened that day was wonderful and awesome, and I got overwhelmed, and I made a poor choice.
So what happens? You get involved with me and somebody else brings out a gun, you going to sleep with somebody else? Is that how that works?
I don't think that getting in the middle of a crime scene is going to be something I make a habit of doing.
I got to tell you, Rusty, I am so disappointed right now. Why didn't you just tell me that night, or you could have called the next day and explained yourself instead of me having to go through all this?
Well, you didn't call me either, and I was going to take care of the situation myself and then get back to you the appropriate way and then tell you everything
Rusty.
that happened.
When I left that morning, I gave you my number. I said, give me a call. How much more explicit could I have been?
Well, I wanted to take care of the situation I dug myself into, and I wanted to do it the right way.
Right. So the situation's taken care of now.
yeah, is it? Are you still with your girlfriend, Rusty, or
I haven't told her yet, but I plan to do it in 2 days.
in
2 days? Why 2 days, Rusty?
Yeah, do it now.
My buddy's going to lend me his car so I could get some stuff out of her place, and I was going to do it all in the same day, and he wasn't available to help me out until a couple days from now, so I was just waiting till then to do it so it could be all taken care of as cleanly and smoothly as possible.
So let me get this straight. You want me to wait like 2 days and 3 hours and 45 seconds till you break up with your girlfriend, and then you're going to start a new relationship with me. That sounds so promising.
I mean, yeah.
Really?
I think she was being sarcastic, Rusty.
Are you being serious right now, Rusty?
Yes, I'm being serious. That was my plan. I can try to, if I can try to speed things up, like 24 hours, I will.
You know what I'll do? I'll set my timer right now. How about that?
Sarah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm kind of like rooting for Rusty a little
No.
bit. We've all been okay. Granted, the sleeping together thing, not cool at all. Cheating, not cool. I get that. But he sounds truly remorseful, and he's not trying to play you, and he's actually trying to now fix it and go back to being honest, I guess.
Yeah, you should listen to her. I mean, I'm trying to be honest right now and do the right thing in the situation because I made a mistake. And I'm trying to fix it.
And he just needs 2 days or maybe 24 hours if you need the process sped up. Sarah, I mean, we already know Rusty's answer. Sarah, do you want to go out with Rusty again? You called in for the second date update, but we will pay for another date for you guys in maybe a day or two.
I guess I need to wait the 24 hours first.
I think so, yeah.
It's like a waiting period, layaway almost.
All joking aside, are you serious? Will you go out with him again if he breaks up with his girlfriend?
You know, I'll give him 24 hours to get his taken care of. But if not, I'm out. I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, Rusty.
Reasonable.
You're on the clock, Rusty. You got 24 hours.
Okay, I'm going to call my friend right now and make sure I can get his truck.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Good luck.
Sarah, sort of a congratulations. We don't know yet. It's a congratulations. You got a second date based on the fact that he can break up with his girlfriend in the next 24 hours. Rusty, get to work.
I'll do my best. I know I'm on the clock.
Okay. Well, Rusty, if your buddy falls through, you know that there's companies like U-Haul and stuff, right? Like you don't have to wait for him.
Yeah, but that costs money, and this guy is free and reliable.
Oh my God!
Sounds super
keeping
reliable.
out.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
We have a lot of really nice listeners. A lot of people are texting in at 78592 saying Rusty, the guy from the second date update, can use their truck if he needs it. If you missed it, Sarah wanted to call a dude named Rusty to find out why he wasn't calling her back. They actually met at a robbery. They were in a convenience store that was robbed. And after everything went down, they're giving their statements to the police, and they started talking. They're like, let's go grab a drink or something. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Then they hung out, got drunk, ended up hooking up that night. Probably because it's like, hey, life is short. You never know. Yeah. And he wasn't calling her back. And why wasn't he calling her back? Because he has a girlfriend. And he felt really bad about it. And he wanted to call her back, but he wanted to break up with his girlfriend first.
Yeah.
And so he's in the process. And he said that the reason he wanted to wait a little while, he's been working on it, but he doesn't have a truck to get his stuff. So he's been waiting to borrow his buddy's truck. And he said, like, in 2 days, he'll be single and able to go out with her.
It's kind of a lame excuse for not just pulling the trigger. I think he's scared.
She decided to not give it a chance, even if he goes and gets his stuff. But text in at 78592. Rusty still needs a truck. So we'll hook you guys up. Maybe you can help him move a little bit, all right? Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is call the show or email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Wouldn't it be cool if on first dates, instead of picking where to go, you could choose when?
What?
Like if you could take your date back to 16th century France.
Oh, you mean not like Friday at 6? You're talking about actual time travel.
Yeah. Go back to France in the 16th century, watch an archery competition together,
Or maybe-
sip some mead by a raging fire while they burn a witch at the stake.
Oh, I was going to go with the beheading. So, you know, lot to choose from during that area.
Oh, my goodness.
It's the romantic period, as I hear. And one of our listeners says they kind of took a trip back into time for their first date. I'm curious what that means, but let's talk to Samantha. Samantha, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you guys?
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what time period you went back to.
Yeah. But first, tell us about the guy that you time traveled with. What's his name?
His name is Eric.
Okay.
You're laughing.
Eric the Great?
Yes.
Or...
wow.
Still
Okay.
love
I
it.
don't know. He might be Eric the Surf.
The surf,
Surf,
like,
like
you know,
serfdom.
servant back in the.
Did not know they used
Okay.
that.
I didn't know that either.
SERF,
Yeah.
anyone?
It's on a fiefdom.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
Alright,
You
yeah.
guys are so smart.
Why do you know this?
Brooke and Jeffrey.
They're
that's why you
older.
guys are the
They're
leads.
older hosts.
Yeah, that's true.
We're around for that. Let's tell us more about Eric. Where did you meet?
We met actually on a dating app.
Okay.
Okay.
Not so old.
Yeah, so that is current. That's modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally modern, and he had a lot of photos on his app. And guys, I'm going to tell you, you got to put a lot of photos because Eric had just the nicest smile and the kindest eyes, and I was just
Oh, like his profile.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, why she was attracted to him. That's sweet. How did it turn out in real life? Did
okay. So it took us a few weeks to kind of connect because we're both really busy.
Okay.
So we kind of got to know each other online. But here's our date. We went to a Beatles tribute band concert.
That sounds dope.
Now, is this like late 60s Beatles or are we talking 50s, like...
Yeah.
These guys were amazing. They did the whole thing. They started out as like the early Beatles, like Ed Sullivan Show kind of thing, and they kind of went through, and then they got their Sgt. Pepper outfits on.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Oh, Yellow Submarine.
George Harrison just suddenly disappeared off the stage at one point.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, I mean,
funny.
how realistic did they get?
Oh, come on. They just start doing, more and more drugs as the show
Yeah.
goes on.
Yeah,
Is what
Submarine
happens.
hits and all
The beginning of the concert, they were sober.
I mean, that sounds like it was pretty fun. Did you and Eric have a good time with that?
I thought we did. I mean, he was into it, and we were having a great time. I mean, there were a mix of people there, I do have to say. I mean, there were a lot of seniors going, when I actually went to a Beatles concert, I'm like, I'm not. I wasn't even born at that point, but
I would imagine the entire crowd was pretty silver-haired.
Yeah.
Like that's not something you're going to with young people.
Or a confused Gen Zer who's like, dude, this new band, the Beatles, they sound awesome.
I've done that before at a place.
No.
I got an autograph from like a tribute band.
Oh my god.
You guys are gonna make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so did the tribute band get the romantic feelings going?
well, I don't know about romantic feelings, but we had a really great time. I mean, we were jumping around and screaming and everything,
Okay, so you had fun.
Concert, nice. It was lit.
Yeah, but that's a great way to spend a first date.
Yeah.
Of course. It's a good
Yeah.
vibe. At least you're having a good time.
Okay.
Positive.
Were there,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. We were really close to the stage, which was awesome. But at one point, one of the guys in the band actually brought me up on stage during Twist and Shout and, had me dance with them on the stage. And I don't know if that made Eric jealous.
Because you twerk and shouted, didn't you?
It wasn't Twerk and Shout, no.
Okay.
that would be weird to make
Yeah.
somebody jealous. I mean, I feel like if anything, that'd be a red flag for you against him, not the other way around.
I can see a guy getting jealous. Like, that's my girl.
he should be
I'm
happy.
trying to impress
It's
her.
part of the performance.
Yeah, but a
you know?
tribute band guy, he's going to ask her to come backstage and all that crap.
Well, at least she's wanted.
Yeah.
You know, I think
And the members of this band have to be like in
Yeah, how old are
AARP
these
as
people?
well.
Which is even more reason for him to be like, finally, come back to my green room, lady.
Did they hit on you? Did you feel like there was ulterior motives there?
No, I didn't feel anything like that, but that's the only thing I can think of that might have done something that he wouldn't contact me. But, I mean, he drove me home, and we hugged before he left, and I said, hey, let's do lunch sometime, and he said, sure.
Oh.
And ever since then, I've been, texting him and trying to nail down a time, and he's being really vague, and I just don't know why.
Maybe he met a silver-haired fox while you were on stage. He's like,
Sugar mama.
Maybe. So the only thing that you can think went wrong is when you got pulled up on stage as part of the tribute band's performance. There was no other weird moments?
I don't know if that's something that went wrong, but that's the only thing I can think of that would be different from us just going and having a good time.
Let's help you figure this out. We're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Eric for you, and we'll try and get you your second date, okay?
Thank you.
Awesome. If you're hearing this music wondering what's going on, don't worry. You're not listening to the wrong radio station. Well, you might be.
Yeah.
No,
but
don't
stay here
say
anyway.
that.
Please.
But
Stay here.
if you're thinking it's supposed to be entertaining. But the reason I'm playing Beatles music right now is because that's where one of our listeners' dates happened. It was at a concert for a Beatles tribute band. And Samantha, doesn't hearing this bring you back to a week ago when times were much happier? You're doing the hand jive together with Eric.
It does. We had an awesome time, and I just thought it was completely romantic, the whole thing, but maybe he didn't.
Yeah, well, he's not calling you back, so I think you may be right.
You
It's a
could have
bad sign.
twist and shouted too loud.
Yeah. I never asked, was the Beatles thing your idea or his idea?
It was my idea. I actually have been a Beatles fan my whole life.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was his idea.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, it was my idea. Here's the funny thing, though. I actually learned to read by following along with the lyrics on the back of Beatles albums. So
That's cool.
Whoa, pretty
They didn't just
extreme
teach you in
love.
school?
I think the question is, are you sure you're under the age of 55?
Yeah.
I am. I promise you that I am. It's just my parents were really into them, and that's like all I heard.
Yeah, right.
That's how I heard him, yeah.
So, I mean, by the time I was 3, I knew all the songs and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
Okay.
I hope you didn't fanboy too hard.
Yeah.
Fangirl, I mean. While you
That's
were out there.
possible. You did mention you thought the one maybe weird part of it was when they brought you up on stage during part of the performance, and you were worried maybe Eric got jealous of that.
yeah. And I was having a fabulous time with the band members, doing twist and shout dance and all that. And he smiled and he seemed to be having a good time, but I don't know, maybe he was jealous of that.
Yeah, and come on. Obviously, you're going to be the one they pull up on stage. All the other ladies would not be able to take those stairs with their hips.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well let's do this. We're gonna dial Eric's phone number right now. We're gonna try and get you your second date. You ready?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Eric?
Yeah, who's calling?
Hey, Eric. My name's Jeff from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Oh, that's no one ever asks us that. That is so nice.
I know. So
Yeah.
nice to meet.
I'm well.
I'm pretty depressed.
Okay, well,
terrible answers.
That's
no wonder
another
anyone asks
segment.
us.
Eric, we're doing a segment on our show called A Second Date. Are you familiar with that at all?
Not really. A second date?
That's right. So the way it works is if you go out with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show to reach out to them for you to help you figure out the reason why.
It's a little odd. Like, we use a radio show to do a date follow-up? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's sort of a last resort. It's because this person feels like they're having a hard time getting in touch with you. And her name's Samantha.
Oh. No, I mean, she was sweet. I mean, we had a cool time.
Cool time.
Ooh, you don't sound stoked about it at all.
No. I mean, we're hoping that maybe you'd be willing to tell us a little bit about what happened at the concert or why you're not wanting to see Samantha again.
Yeah, because she told us about the Beatles cover band or whatever that you guys went and saw.
To be honest, I mean, I enjoyed her company and whatnot, but it was kind of a little bit out of my wheelhouse, music-wise.
You're not a big Beatles fan, huh?
No, I mean, I know some of their songs. I mean, it's the Beatles. Who doesn't? But
Yeah,
it's
true.
like she knew like every lyric to every song, and I kind of felt bad because I'm like, okay, I don't recognize this one.
Is the real problem just like you didn't have time to talk to her because she was singing the whole time? Is that what you're saying? You didn't get a chance to get to know her?
Right, like she was kind of more into the concert. I kind of felt like a not necessarily a date, and more like just a tag along.
Okay, well then, if that's how you feel, that's okay. But why not for your next date, get a chance to know her and do something new?
That's the issue, because she texted me and said, hey, I had a good time. And of course I replied, hey, and she's like, oh, we should do this again. And she gives me a list of like all these cover band dates she wants to do. And it's like Beach Boys and Simon and Garfunkel and Fleetwood Mac. It's like,
Oh,
yeah.
A
so
Harmon and Garfunkel?
Simon
Stop
and
it.
Garfunkel.
Are you being serious?
I don't know what you're saying.
Cecilia, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Any of it.
You're just saying words.
Okay, so she's already planning out your future dates, and they're all old cover bands?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, she's like
yeah.
an old lady trapped in a young person's body.
Give her a break. I mean, obviously, she just thought you had a good time. So, some people aren't very creative with date ideas. So she's probably just sticking to the same thing that she thought you enjoyed too.
That's actually a good point, Brooke.
Yeah, but like the cool thing about dates is varying. Like if you go do something your boyfriend or girlfriend wants to do or your partner wants to do, then the next go around it should be something that you want to do.
Okay, so why don't you give her a suggestion and ask her out then?
In fact, you can give her a suggestion right now because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, Eric.
Oh, wait, what? Hey, how long have you been on the phone?
The whole time.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's pretty much been there since we started this phone call.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry. Wow.
You didn't say anything bad about her. I mean, we've heard a lot worse things.
No.
Than...
I thought you had a really good time at the concert, so I was suggesting other things that were similar, thinking that you would enjoy it. But if you want to do something else, like go to dinner or something, I'm down for that.
I guess I didn't want to hurt your feelings by saying I wasn't really into the old school band thing, so I kind of just didn't, I didn't know how to approach that and didn't want to upset you.
You seem like you're into it, and if you're not into it, you could probably become more into it the more you come to see him with me. I mean...
Huh, that's weird. So it's like if someone's like, oh, I don't like sushi, you're like, oh, why don't you eat as much sushi as you can? And that way you'll like it.
If you do something enough, then you'll learn to love it.
Force it.
Yeah.
Force it. It does kind of sound like it's coming off that way. And I don't know if you mean it that way.
I mean, I already told you guys, I was so into Beatles from like birth that it's how I learned to read. I mean, if my parents hadn't introduced it to me and like played it all the time, I wouldn't be into it either.
Yeah, Eric, if the Beatles can teach Samantha how to read, maybe they can teach you how to love.
Oh, Jeff, I love that. Sounds like a song lyric.
And sorry, I should have said the tribute band to the Beatles can teach you how to love.
I've already heard like 2.5 hours of straight Beatles music. I think I already know how to love at this point.
Love me do, Eric.
That's why you need to move on to the Beach Boys so you can learn how to surf now.
Dude, yeah,
Soak up those rays.
I mean, Brian Wilson was a musical genius. Absolutely.
Who? Oh, Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson was a musical genius.
Samantha, I think that it's great that you have that interest, but why does the person you date also have to have the same interest?
I mean, he doesn't have to, but this is classic stuff. I mean, he just has to experience it with me, and he'll know that this is just amazing stuff.
It sounds like he has to.
And he'll love it.
Yeah. What it sounds like is you want to change him. Yeah. That usually doesn't work
It
out.
doesn't, but I like
think
to
so.
watch it happen.
Brooke, isn't there like a really old movie or an old TV show that you loved growing up and then you showed it to your significant other hoping that they would love it too?
I don't know. My husband loves Jason Mraz like a lot. It just...
Oh, and it's a
I'm
no.
still not on board. I can appreciate that he loves that and he connects to that music, but it's just not my jam.
You've been to how many concerts?
Like 7.
See?
Like a lot.
Wow,
he
likes
it
that much?
I've met the man twice. Like
Jeez.
it's like, yeah, honey, that can be your thing.
Jason Mraz is like, oh, this lady again.
But I've never once on my own put Jason Mraz on my Spotify.
But you developed an appreciation for it, you just said.
It's more of a tolerance, I would call it, than an appreciation.
Well, what about that, Eric? How about we build up a tolerance to this? And we would love to send you out on a second date to help you build up that tolerance, and we'll pay for it.
2.5 hours again of that? That was already tough enough making it through the first go-around.
But Eric, that's just one. It's going to be many, many more after that.
You're not helping.
You're going to learn how to tolerate her and all of her musical interests.
Oh, great.
Does that sound good?
It sounds painful, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Jeffrey, you're doing a terrible job of selling this.
Every time you guys go to an old school concert, he can take you to a new school that one of his artists that he likes.
I would be okay with that.
Hey,
Oh, look at that,
compromise.
Eric.
There you go.
Do you have any artists you like?
I mean, yeah, I love Bruno Mars and Silk
Okay.
Sonic, like what those guys are doing. I think
you
that's
go.
great. And it's got a little bit of old school to it.
See, yeah, Bruno's got a little funk to him.
Samantha, how do you feel about Bruno?
I actually don't know much about Bruno Mars, but I'm willing to listen.
She doesn't know?
Okay, well, maybe if you guys stay together and you guys listen long enough,
wow.
you can go to the Bruno Mars tribute band together. And we'll pay for that.
Aw, that's a sweet 20-year anniversary.
Yeah. So what do you say, guys? Come on, give it one more shot, and we're going to pay for that date. Eric, what do you think?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll give it a try. Why not?
Okay.
I don't know. He sounded like he's saying sure. He's never
Just
going to
go
answer
with the
no.
victory,
See,
man.
the road to tolerance starts with one yes. We got a yes. Congratulations, Samantha. You got another date.
I'm looking forward to it, and maybe we'll do dinner this time so we can talk about.
I've never heard dinner. Is that like a 70s band? They sound very
No,
nice.
it's diner.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I always get those confused.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
We've done like 250
Oh my gosh.
Second date updates, yeah.
There's a lot of bad dating in this town.
There is. A lot of bad dating in this world. A lot of crazy people out there in this world, too.
Wow.
I don't think, though, that it would be as popular as it is because this is probably one of the favorite segments on our show. Whenever we're out, people talk to us about it nonstop. I don't think it would be as popular as it is without one person.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And that man would be Guru.
You guys, it's a phone party. Who misses you guys?
How's it going, Guru? Hey, Guru, I've actually been worried about you, man. Like, I was out the other day at Brooke Jubal happy hour, and someone was asking me about you, and I was like, I haven't heard from you in a while. What have you been up to?
It's been a long time, man. Who had a calendar of how long it had been since the last time I talked to you guys?
Yeah.
But then I had to recycle it.
Okay.
So I lost track of it, too.
So, Guru, you haven't been, like, in trouble with the law or on the lam or anything, right?
No, Guru keeps his hands clean.
All right, that's what I like to hear, Guru.
Looking for love, not the law.
All right, that's what and I assume you met a lovely lady again.
And you call in and you talk to producer Boyd a lot, and
Yeah.
he told me that you went on another date with a girl.
I met someone.
Okay.
Who?
Tell us about her.
Her name's Mallory.
Mallory, nice.
Rolls off the tongue.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah, it is.
How'd you meet Mallory, Guru?
I met her at a farmer's market.
Okay.
Guru's been spending a lot of time at the farmer's market, more and more, playing harmonica, you know, been getting into recycling and organic foods a lot.
Yeah.
We support that.
And Guru's between jobs.
Oh, all
It's a
right.
nice environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're down there hanging out, playing harmonica, checking out all the scenery at the farmer's market. How did you meet up with Mallory?
Well, Mallory was at the farmer's market shopping, and I spotted her from way across the way. You know, she was looking at flowers, and we went over and made a joke about her aura. I mean, listen, everything at a farmer's market you need, right? Cheeses and meats and flowers.
Yeah, they
But
got
I
it
told her
all.
I could smell her aura over all of it.
Wow.
Smell her aura.
Is that a good thing, Guru? Was it a good smell? Does an aura smell good?
Oh yeah, I told her she smelled like a waterfall. It rose over the top of everything else.
She smelled like a waterfall.
And what was
Guru.
her what was her response, Guru?
Oh, she got a good laugh out of Guru.
Yeah.
Look, it's not the first time, but it felt like something special.
Guru, did you take the lovely Mallory out on a date?
Well, you know, Guru doesn't have a whole lot of scratch right now because, like I said, I'm between jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took on kind of a fun kind of scavenger hunt where I didn't tell her any clues or anything, but we did a lot of stuff that was free. You know, a lot of times free things are better than expensive dates.
The good thing about you, Guru, is you are creative when it comes to dating. You think of like you told us about one day you went on, you took a girl to Costco.
Okay,
so you get the hot dogs and everything else. You took the bus to Costco. So you know how to save money and you know how to be creative and you know how to keep a woman interested.
Honestly, a scavenger hunt without clues sounds more fun to me than a regular one.
Right?
What are you hunting for?
You're just going to locations.
Okay, wait. Give us an example of what you did on this so-called scavenger hunt.
Yeah, well, the first thing we did, we went to a park and we played paper, rock, scissors, and we had a tournament. And I let Mallory win.
She was into that, huh, Guru? She liked playing paper, rock, scissors with you.
Is it like best 2 out of 3?
Oh, she loved it.
Okay.
She loved it. She hadn't played since she was a kid. So Guru thought that was a good sign.
Yeah.
Memories.
See, that's the good thing about you, Guru, is you get people to relax and have fun and remind them of the old times. You know what I mean? So that's why you're like making her play paper, rock, scissors. What else did you do?
Oh, I didn't give her any clues for the next one, which was a staring contest.
Oh, Guru.
She's a great starer, and it gave me a chance to look into her eyes.
And what'd you see when you looked into her eyes?
I saw her future.
You saw her future.
And was it the reflection of you?
And what I was thinking, it's funny you say the reflection because we went window shopping, and then we went and looked at things, and Guru said, "Oh, that's a beautiful scarf for you, Mallory," and then we'd move on.
So you just are looking at stuff in windows.
Yeah.
You didn't buy anything, though.
I like window shopping.
No. And in my mouth, I've been talking, all night. Guru was parched, and Guru's mouth was like a desert in there. Get that sticky thing. And Mallory bought Guru a bottle of water.
She bought you a bottle of water.
I know you're thinking the same thing Guru was thinking. That means it's time for a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know about that, Guru.
It's
I
called
don't know about that.
wetting the whistle.
Yeah.
That's what she was doing, Guru.
So, as any gentleman would, Guru asked Mallory for a kiss,
I always think that's nice.
And as any lady might, Mallory said no thank you.
Okay.
So I understood then that what Mallory wanted was a face hug from Guru, so that's what I did instead.
What is a face hug?
The face hug is where Guru holds the other side of the woman's head, and we just push our faces together and hold our faces together.
So you just
in a hug.
kind of like your cheeks meet, and then you just push your face together.
Yeah, it's the cheeks meet, and then it's just a little bit of pressure further beyond that.
Okay.
How
And that's
long?
a face hug.
How long does your average face hug last, Guru?
Well, it's hard to say, but Guru recommends 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, for a good face hug. Okay. It's kind of like you connect at that point, and two become one when you do the face hug, right?
Yeah, 2 cheeks become one cheek, and that's one being.
I get you, man. I understand you completely.
That's why I call.
Yeah.
I do really miss you.
All right. So you haven't heard from her, and we're gonna play a song. We're gonna come back, and we're gonna try to get a hold of her and get your second date update. Okay, Guru?
Guru's standing tall today. I'm ready for Mallory.
All right. Just hang on, Guru.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
So many texts coming in, excited that Guru is back on the program. Yes. Guru, if you're unaware, has been on 4 second date updates. None of them successful, right, Guru? Nothing has worked out for you so far.
I will say one thing.
Yeah.
Winners aren't quitters.
That's right.
Nice.
We learned that a while ago, didn't we, Guru? We're about to call a girl named Mallory, who Guru went on a date with. He met her at a farmer's market. They did a bunch of free stuff because Guru doesn't have a lot of cash right now.
Which is fine.
They went to a park and played rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
They had a staring
That
contest.
gets a little weird.
They window shopped. He ended the date with a face hug because he went in for a kiss and she wasn't ready for that. So he just put his cheek against her cheek and pressed their heads together and had what he calls a face hug.
That's how good it is with Mallory.
Guru, if you believe it, you can achieve it, right?
If you believe it, you can achieve
Yep.
it. Dude, that's absolutely right. For Guru these days, thinking of Mallory, the sun comes up twice every day.
All right, we're about to call her.
That's how good it is with Mallory.
You ready to go, Guru?
I love you, Jubal. Let's do it.
You know I love you. All right, here we go.
Winners aren't quitters. Winners aren't quitters.
Oh, Guru.
Ah.
All right. I just dialed, man. You got to hang out, okay?
Guru's hanging out.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Mallory, please?
this is Ellery.
Hey, Mallory, what's up? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
What?
Did you just wake up?
No. What are you? You're from the radio station?
Yeah, from the morning show on Moving 92.5. We're calling you because you recently went out with a very good friend of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guarantee you remember this guy.
Oh, God.
You went on a date with a dude named Guru.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? Guru said that he really enjoyed going out with you.
Well, first of all, I don't know if there's anything he doesn't enjoy.
That is a good point.
He loves life.
That is a good point, Mallory.
Got to give that to Guru, right, Mallory?
He's just so unique. You know, I mean, he's just like, everything is such an experience. Everything is so meaningful. Like, it's,
His personality is infectious.
That's really
That's kind of
nice.
how I would describe him. It is like everything he thinks is awesome. Let's talk about your date for a second. You played rock, paper, scissors.
yeah.
You had a staring contest.
Yes, I eventually understood that that's what was happening.
you eventually understood that was what was happening. Okay, so just stopped and had a staring contest. All right. You-
You should probably just stop talking to her.
Guru told us that he tried to kiss you at the end of the night, and you weren't exactly down with that.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that this time.
Did you enjoy the face hug that he gave you?
It was a first for me.
Never heard of that.
I mean, again, it was just a lot. Like, he took me into a bookstore
Okay.
So fun.
where he guided me directly to the children's section.
Okay.
And he wanted to read me a story. And he read me that book, Everybody Poop.
I was so
That's
hoping
awesome.
you were going to go like
like Charles Silverstein or the.
Everybody poops.
That's kind of funny, though, that he's like, I want to read you a story and then picks that up. Did you not like that, though?
It's just sort of, it's just a lot.
Oh, Mallory.
Yeah.
Mallory, it's Guru.
Oh, gosh.
Guru is actually on the other line right now.
Oh, no.
And wants to say hi to you. Go ahead, Guru.
It has rained in Guru's heart every day since we've been apart. And just the sound of your voice right now is like a million sunrises.
Okay.
Sunrises.
You hear that, Mallory? You just brought sun to his heart because it's been raining since you haven't been talking to him.
That is a really nice thing to say.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm just making some soup.
Making some soup. You are the smoothest, warmest soup Guru has ever drank from. You are the candy to my corn. You're incredible, Mallory, and I'm not sure you even realize it.
That's some of the sweetest
feel
words
like
ever.
You're doing a great job of communicating that.
Yeah.
So Mallory.
There's no confusion there, Mallory.
You already know how Guru feels about you.
Mallory, what was it about your date that made you not want to call him? Is there, one specific thing?
It's fear. We all know it's fear. And it holds us back like bricks, Mallory, but it doesn't have to. You can smash through them.
Yep.
Like the rainbow you are.
Yeah.
Destroy those bricks.
Yeah, break down the walls, Mallory.
Mallory, was it fear?
Give Guru a chance, Mallory.
I don't think it was fear. Like, Guru is a blast, but it's,
Got a lot of
you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's like getting into a car with someone and having them just immediately start going 150 miles an hour and just not stopping.
I think Jubal will back me up on this. Do we want to go through life walking backwards? No. We want to go at 150 miles an hour, Mallory, and I think deep down you want that too.
Yep.
But don't put a speed limit on your life, Mallory.
Right.
But the thing is you don't get
Limit
a...
on love. Why are we putting the brakes on?
Because...
Well, I just don't know how good my insurance is.
I agree with you, though, Guru. Life is too short to live in the slow lane, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right, and that brings me to my next point, Mallory. Would you like to go out with Guru on a second date? We will pay for it. You can do paid
Mallory,
thing.
listen, I read you a poem. Mallory, oh Mallory, even your name is flowery. Why not a second date? I could have you moved into my place by 8.
Oh, my God.
All right, Mallory,
Guru, what are you doing, dude?
we were offering you a second date with Guru, but how would you feel about just moving in with the guy?
Just a second chance. Not a second date. It's so much bigger than that.
This is bigger.
We'll pay for the movers.
You guys do not...
Mallory?
What are you doing, dude? You got to slow down.
So, I really like where I live right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
can move in with you.
What's that?
Guru could move in with you, Mallory. You don't have to change your life.
I'm not ready to move in.
Yes.
And I'm not ready for Guru to move in.
Yeah. I think that is okay, Mallory.
Okay.
Are you ready for a second date with Guru?
Like just a dinner.
Yeah.
Or even coffee. I mean, it could be something a half an hour long.
I would not give Guru coffee.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It won't be a free date. You won't be walking through the park having staring contests. We will pay for a dinner. You get food wherever you guys want to eat, but we will pay for it. And then, you see if you can deal with Guru's fast-paced life and personality.
Come on.
I think Guru pace and Mallory pace can meet in the middle.
Okay, I like
I
this.
think
Guru.
absolutely we can get on the same page, same lane, same pace. And Guru's just so excited about you, Mallory, that I think we could certainly meet somewhere in the middle towards your place.
That's good. That's good. Deep breaths.
Mallory, will you go out with Guru one more time?
I am putting on my seatbelt. Because I think I will.
Yes! Guru!
I love that. Mallory, you are a good person.
Guru, did you hear that?
Totally worked out. You know what we got? You know what we call this? You know what we got? We got a second date.
Yes, we do. Congratulations, man.